Hey kids, now we're cooking. Welcome to our last episode that's dedicated to fathers everywhere, including our fathers, my father Jack.
And my father Dale.
Okay, as you can see, we've been busy at it today. This isn't sweat though, luckily. It's just water from doing dishes in between episodes. So the last thing we're going to do this particular week for Father's Day is make shish kebabs. Again, those were something my dad loved to grill, anything. He loved to grill. He made basically an afternoon of it or an evening of it and liked to even make it as long as possible because he loved the whole event. And so now we're going to make chicken shish kebabs. As Jayne said in an earlier episode, beef is so expensive right now. But both of us love pork. You can use any kind of meat you want, or you can just put vegetables on your kebabs and not eat meat at all. Some of you might be vegetarians. So, Jayne, what are we going to do?
Okay, we've got them all assembled already. We've got pepper. We started with the pepper on one end, and mushrooms, chicken marinated in Italian salad dressing, tomatoes, red onion, and then we just alternated.
Okay, what type of tomatoes?
They're just cherry tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see on one of them you were smart enough to put a cherry tomato on the end. Does that keep everything on then?
I kind of think it feels like it does, yeah.
And Megan gave us a good tip to put nice big chunks on the end so things stay on. I then, if we had them, again, we messed up again at the store. We thought we had both green, red, I shouldn't say both, that we had all of red, yellow, orange, and green pepper. I'm a pepper fanatic, so I would have all of those intermingled in here and every other spot or every third or fourth spot because the color and the flavor is fabulous. Now, Jayne, what are you going to put on the seasoning, if anything?
Well, I like a seasoned salt.
There's some garlic powder there, and there's some pepper. If you want, there's Lowry's in there. I personally am not a big Lowry's fan for these, so if you want Lowry's on yours, go ahead and grab it. That way we could tell yours from somebody else's too.
Okay.
As you can see, we've done dishes again in between episodes. Kids, do your dishes. Just like doing your homework. Do your dishes. Pays off in the end. Oh, I just love shish kebabs.
We're going to put them on a George Foreman today in the house.
So if, in fact, kids don't have a George Foreman, what would you suggest, Jayne, for them to cook these?
You'd have to do them probably in stovetop.
Well,
fry them.
I think what I would do with shish kebabs is if you can't grill them outside, I think you could do just that very thing. Show them that pan. We were going to make asparagus on it last week. We decided to wait and do that asparagus salad another time, just so we could do Father's Day things. I think you could lay these right on a baking sheet like this. I put foil at the bottom, again, the shiny side up that touches your food. And I think you could bake them until they're done, don't you?
Yeah, you could do that. For sure.
Okay, let's rock and roll. So, do you really think the George Foreman's a good thing?
Well, we're going to find out here in a minute. And we've got chicken on there, so sometimes I like to microwave the chicken a little bit beforehand, just to be sure it's done on the inside. But we'll see how long it takes if we don't.
What other things do you make on the George Foreman?
I like to make hot dogs and a grilled cheese sandwich. You can do all sorts of hamburgers.
And what are some good things about a George Foreman?
Easy cleanup. When you're done, you want to make sure you have it unplugged because it's on all the time and it's plugged in. That's the only thing.
So is it good for taking fat away by putting it into the drip tray?
It drains it all down into a drip tray. And then to clean up, it's very easy. While it's warm, if you can do it, that's a really easy time to. It's non-stick surface. It shouldn't take too long. You just want to be sure that the chicken is done. That's the biggest thing.
And how do we know that?
Well, it'll change color from the pinkish to the more lighter color. And you can cut into it to check it. And if not, you can always microwave it for a minute or two, if you have to.
Oh, we've got so much good food to eat. I'm so excited.
I put all 4 of them on there. Do you have a George Foreman?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever have one? See, they're kind of a thing of the past, I guess, aren't they?
But while we're waiting, why don't we tell more about our dads?
Okay.
What else did you like about or admire about your dad?
He just always seemed to be in a very good mood. And he loved kids and animals, and they attracted to him. He was one of those that they just naturally liked him.
That's awesome. And, you know, you brought up the good mood. I don't honestly remember my dad ever being in a bad mood.
Wow.
No matter how tired I'm sure he was at times or anything else, he was the most easygoing guy to get along with. I really don't remember him ever being in a bad mood. He just was so even-tempered. The other thing I think we probably could both say about our dads is we're proud that they were veterans.
Yes,
definitely. They both served. My dad was in the Korean conflict, and he was in the Army, and he remained stateside. He didn't have to go overseas, but your dad...
He was at the tail end of the World War II, and he was a gunner on B-29.
Okay.
29 gunner ship. And he never really cared to fly after that because he thought they were going to crash every time they landed.
Okay.
So it scared him. That was a dangerous job, you know.
And I think at this time in the world, too, I think it's important to talk about people that are not afraid to serve. Not only in the military, but look at all of our essential workers out there, especially right now with the virus. Non-stop, hour after hour, they're sacrificing things in their life just to try to keep us healthy. It's also a good thing for us. Even as kids, you can start to serve. Be volunteers. Don't always expect to be paid for everything with money, because there are a lot of rewards that you can't put a price on. Just the satisfaction of a job well done, the satisfaction of bringing a smile to someone's face, or the satisfaction of helping someone with their groceries into the car or the house. Or again, it's just a good idea when you're young to already get into the habit of serving others, serving your community. It can start right inside your own house. Help around the house. Help your parents. Help your siblings if they need help. And don't expect something in return. And believe me, it'll come back tenfold. It really will. Jane, what would you say about that?
That's absolutely true, and we need more of that in this country.
I think we need more of it all over the world,
yeah.
But yes, especially in this country.
Because people just don't seem to care, or a lot of people do, but there's some that really don't, and they try to get everything and never give back.
Reminds me of that famous quote of John Kennedy's, who was a president back in the 60s, before he was terribly assassinated November 22nd of 63. But he said in a famous speech, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." And I think that was pretty much says it all right there.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah. Dawson, maybe you're a future daddy. You think so? A long time from now. Are you going to be a future daddy? Dawson has an awesome daddy. His name is Josh, and he's at home waiting for Megan and Dawson to get home after helping us out. And so we're going to send some of this food home with Megan, so hopefully she doesn't feel a need to make spaghetti. And we're going to send some of that excellent lemon cake home. I think Josh will like that. And apparently Dawson liked it a lot, and so did Megan.
Megan, maybe you want to say something about your dad. No.
She's too shy right now.
He's a great guy. He's a very handy man. He helped me out with a sectional.
Yes, I love my brother-in-law Steve, Megan's dad. He and I have had lots of fun over the years. Yeah. He is very, very smart. Like Jane said, there's nothing he can't do. He's very handy. Josh is a lot like that too, Dawson's daddy, Megan's husband. They just seem to be able to fix anything, to build anything. It's just amazing.
Yes, maybe Dawson will be like that.
And Steve and Josh are a lot like our dads too, very easygoing.
Yeah.
They never really get in bad moods. They're just even-tempered, easygoing, always pleasant to be around.
I can say though, what nationality is your dad?
My dad was German, I believe.
Solid German? 100%?
I believe.
My dad was half German and half Dutch. But I can say Dad, if you could get him ticked, he'd blow. Yeah. But it was over. You know what I mean? Not too bad, yeah. Yeah. He didn't like to. But you know, some situations you get into, you have to sort of.
Well, in German it would have been pronounced Troga, but in using German pronunciation, so I don't know whenever they soften the G or lengthen to a long E, but the other side of my family is Bohemian.
Oh, really?
Your
mother?
I've got some Bohemian on that side, yep. So how are we coming on that so far?
Looking pretty good. There's some grease coming out of there, but I just want to be sure it's smelling good.
Yeah, I wish you kids were here to smell how wonderful it smells in here. It just smells awesome.
Smells good. I'm going to put a little bit of rice down to put them on. It always looks so pretty then. But my maiden name was Grosbeck, and that means huge back in Dutch. Then my mom's side's Irish. So, kind of a mixture. The fighting Irish and the damn Dutch. That's what they always said.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's what they always said about my folks.
God, they were just an awesome couple.
Yeah, they sure are.
And they were so happy.
Yeah.
Such good parents.
I wish all of us could be as happy as they were, that's for sure.
I do too. Oh.
Oh, it smells good.
Oh, I wish you could smell it. I'm trying to push it toward the phone, but what we're filming on here today. I wish you could smell it. So again, once you have these done, tell them what you've done here.
I just put a little bed of rice to lay them on, and then when you get it off the grill, just pull it off the skewer and put it on there, and then you can doctor it up however you want. I like to put a little more soy sauce on it.
Okay.
You might want lemon juice, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
And
in fact, you could also just lay it across the rice and let the
yeah.
the person eating it take it off, couldn't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'm going to get out a little more soy if you think you might want it. Or is
Oh,
it
it's right
still
here.
out?
Right
Very
here.
good. Very good.
I wonder if I should put that on while do you like it on yours?
Sure.
Okay, I'll put it on while it's cooking. And I suppose we could get some things, I don't know what Megan wants to take. We've got some of that fruit pizza in there too. Cooling, which is it makes it a little firmer, I think, when you cool it.
Let's see what kind of to-go containers we have in this one. We'll get these handy.
How did Dawson like Clear Lake? Did he get to run on the beach?
Oh yeah, he loved it. He liked getting in the water the most.
You're so lucky to be so close. You know, 17 miles, that's
I
nice.
know. It's awesome.
Yeah, we had perfect weather this past weekend, and we really took advantage of it. Mm-hmm.
All right, I think we got one done here. One in the back.
Yay.
Keep those on a little longer.
Oh my gosh, just fabulous.
And there you have it.
Can you see it well enough, kids? Oh, Jane, that just looks fabulous. And I
Good
want
job.
to thank Jane for really taking the lead today. I didn't do an awful lot except for talking and handing things. I do want to put, Jane and I want to give a shout out to our former taper named Olivia and her mom Sally. They've been very instrumental in getting us taped and uploaded and put onto YouTube for us. Now my niece Megan's going to take over because Liv and her sister Amy are moving close to Des Moines. So at any rate, we want to give a shout out for all of their efforts on our behalf. They've always been very supportive of us and encouraging of us, and at times they've dropped everything to try to help us out in this endeavor. So again, God bless them and may He keep them safe. And what would you say in signing off then, Jane, about your dad or anything else?
I just miss him every day.
Yeah. How long has he been gone?
10 years.
Okay.
And I don't know, it's getting choked up a little bit.
Yeah. My dad's been gone 19. It'll be 20 in March. I, like Jane, miss him very much. He was my biggest ally, I think. And so I do miss him, but I cherish his memory. I cherish all the good things he instilled in me. And again, we want to dedicate this week's shows to our fathers, men that were like father figures to us. I know another gentleman friend of ours, J.A. Here's a shout out to you also, J.A. Just turned 90. He's like another father to me. Happy 90th birthday to you. And we want to dedicate it also to all you fathers and father figures out there that are helping to raise children, that are loving them and nurturing them and helping them to grow up to be successful, happy people. So again, till next time on Now We're Cooking.